Hi guys, so my second video I would like to do with you is focused on the core. So the core, first of all, I thought was all about abs, but actually the core is encompassing both your abs, your abdominal muscles, all of the stomach muscles, all around your obliques and also your back. So basically it is like the center of your world. That's why it's super important, and you realize once you strengthen this in yoga that it makes everything else easier. So with that said, let's do it. I'd like you to start in child's pose. So if you widen your knees to reach the mat, toes to touch, push your hips back onto your heels, stretch your arms out in front of you, rest your forehead down, and let's just take a few moments here just to find ourselves on the mat in this moment. Connect to our breath. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And as you keep this breath going, maybe you want to take some movements. Slowly roll your forehead on the mat, giving yourself a nice massage here. Sticking with the breath. Inhale. And exhale. Maybe if you have some wrist pain or you work in an office, you might want to flip your wrists. Relax your forearms on the mat. Just flick your wrists, palms up, palms down. It's just opening up, loosening any tension, and getting your wrists ready for holding you in some of the strenuous poses we'll be doing later. Inhale here, and exhale. And then you can bring your hands back onto the mat. Maybe you just want to swing your hips from side to side. Releasing any tension from sitting all day, maybe in a car, maybe on a bike, wherever it may be. Most of us keep some tension locked here, so just sway from side to side. Sticking with the breath, inhale. And exhale, come back to stillness. Take one last inhale here, fill yourself up with all the energy you'll need for this class. And this time, exhale through your nose. And keep this breath throughout this class to cultivate energy and keep the heat inside your body. With that said, on the next inhale, come up to tabletop. Inhale, have your shoulders over your wrists, your hips over your knees, and find tabletop position. So for the first few moments, just see if you find your perfect alignment here or what is perfect for you. Gaze down, no tension in the neck yet. All 10 fingers are pressed into the mat. The tops of your feet are rooted on the mat. Your belly button is tucked towards your spine. Start activating that core already. Inhale here. And exhale. On the next inhale, straighten out your right leg. And then slowly lift your right leg off the mat, toes pointed, and lift your left arm up. We're going to just hold here this time, cultivating some heat in the body. Inhale. And exhale. One more inhale. And exhale, release. We'll go directly to the next side. Straighten out the left leg, lift the left leg, point the foot, and lift your right arm. 2 breaths here, inhale. And try not to fall back in your tabletop, make sure your shoulders still over your wrist. Inhale. And exhale, release. Okay, so now let's come into some cat-cows. Warm up the spine and the belly. So inhale, drop your belly, open your chest, look up. And exhale, push through all 10 fingers, look towards your belly button. Look down, and inhale, open your chest, gaze up, and exhale, look towards your belly, stretch your shoulders, look down. One more time, make this the biggest you've done yet. Inhale, look up, and exhale, arch your spine, look down. And then come back to tabletop. And let's build on what we just cultivated before. So now, stretch out your right leg behind you, lift it up, point your toes, find your balance, and then lift off your left arm. One breath here, inhale, and on the exhale, bring your knee to your elbow. Inhale to lengthen, and exhale, knee to elbow, waking up that core. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, knee to elbow, and hold here for 1. And lengthen. And then don't drop it yet. We're going to bring our knee out. So bend your right knee and kind of cactus your left arm. So both are bent, right foot is flexed. Keep your shoulder over your wrist and just hold here for 2 breaths. Inhale. And exhale. One more inhale. And exhale, release your knee and your hand on the mat. And just take a few body circles here. Release any tension stored in your hips, in your back. Hopefully you're doing this practice at home so you're not feeling uncomfortable here. Just let go completely. Remember your head is also a part of your spine, so you can move this too. One more breath in this movement, maybe just switch directions. And then come back to center. Next side. So lengthen your left leg out behind you, lift up, and then your right arm off the mat. Hold here, find your balance, inhale, and exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale here, and exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, and knee to elbow. And then inhale, and knee to elbow, and hold. Inhale, and exhale. Stretch out. Remember, don't drop the knee yet. Cactus the right arm, bend the left leg, flex the left foot, shoulder over the wrist, and hold here. Inhale, and exhale. Shaking is good. Inhale, and exhale. Straighten out your left arm, and bring your hand to the mat. And just take some circles here. Stretch the shoulders, the hips, the spine, the neck. And find your way back to tabletop. And now, tuck your toes under. And before we push over to downward facing dog, just lift your knees off the mat 5 centimeters. And hold here for 3 breaths. Inhale. And exhale. Feel the fire burning in that core. Inhale. And exhale. One more inhale. And exhale. Slowly push your tail up towards the sky. Stretch your legs out for downward facing dog. Find your comfortable downward facing dog here. Pedal out your feet. Maybe push your tail up a little bit higher. Bend your knees as generously as you need to make sure your spine is straight. Have all 10 fingers rooted on the mat. No tension in the neck. You can shake it yes and no. Make sure your shoulders are dropped from your ears. And slowly find stillness in your downward dog. We'll just stay here for 1 breath. Inhale. And exhale. And now inhale, roll over your toes and find yourself into a plank position. Push your heels towards the back of the mat, gaze down, and exhale, push your hips back to downward facing dog. Do this a few more times, warming up your shoulders and your core. Inhale to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2 more times. Inhale, forward to plank. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, forward to plank. And exhale, downward facing dog. And this time, come forward to plank. Find your perfect plank. Push your heels towards the back of the mat. Shoulders above the wrists. Gaze down. And lift your right leg off the mat. Hold. And drop. Left leg, hold. And drop. Right leg. And drop. Don't forget to breathe. Inhale, up. And exhale. One more time each side. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Push your hips back. Downward facing dog. And just take a few deep breaths here. You're doing great. Bend your knees. You can maybe stretch out your hips by taking the right foot behind the left, bending the left knee. And then the other side. Left behind right, bend the right knee. Look under your armpit. And come back to center. Let's keep going. Now, straighten out your right leg in the air into a dog split. And we're going to bend our knee and take it to our nose. So come forward as if you're coming forward into plank. And touch your knee to your nose. And then straighten up. Forward, touch. And up. A few more times here. Forward, touch. And back up. 2 more. Forward, knee to nose. And up. And forward, knee to nose. And up. Now place your right foot back on the mat. Let's take it to the left side. So, left leg comes up. Make sure your hips are square to the mat. So not floating up the way. Forward, core tight, belly button tucked towards spine. And then bend the left knee and bring it towards your nose. For 5. Inhale up. 4. Inhale up. And 3. And 2. And 1. And release. Let's take a little break here, so release your knees on the mat. Push your hips back to child's pose. And just take a few deep breaths here. Maybe feel your heartbeats racing a little bit faster than it was before when we were here. Feel the heat in your body, that's great. It's good to get the blood moving. Inhale here. And exhale. And on the next inhale, come back to tabletop. And then tuck your toes under and come back to downward facing dog. Now, inhale forward to plank. And we're going to do some toe taps. So take your right foot to the right side, left foot to the left side. And just keep going like this. Breathing deep. Inhale. And exhale. Try and keep your butt low, no cheating. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Then come back to center, stay in plank, and bring your knee to your elbow. And let's go as fast as before. Inhale. It's like a variation of mountain climbers, but it's yogi style, so a little bit slower, but more mindful, not just slow. Inhale. And exhale. And push your hip back and rest in downward facing dog. You're doing really great. Inhale. And exhale. If downward facing dog's too much for you, feel free to come to child's pose. We'll just be here for a few breaths. Inhale. And exhale. And one last inhale. So if you're in child's pose, come meet us in downward facing dog. Inhale. And exhale. Now on your next inhale, come forward to plank. And everyone's favourite, drop your forearm onto the mat and then lift yourself back up. Left forearm down, right forearm down. Lift up, right up. One more on each side, right arm down. And back up. And then lift. And back up. Relax your knees onto the mat. Push back to child's pose. Maybe this time, bring your hands to Namaste. And then have them rest on your neck, stretching out your triceps here. Inhale. And exhale. One more inhale. And exhale. And then bring your hands back onto the mat, lift your head up, cross your ankles, and come into a seated position. It's a nice little transition there. So we're going to come into core boat pose. This will be our last ab exercise. Yeah, our last ab exercise of the day. So first of all, spine is straight, chest is open, gaze forward. Feet right now are on the mat, and your hands are behind your knees. Now, lift your feet off the mat, so it comes into a 90-degree angle. So this is option 1. Make sure your spine is straight, gaze forward. And this is option 2, release your hands. You're all on your own. And then option 3, straighten your legs out, point your feet and look forward. And just stay here for 3 breaths. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. See, my feet are shaking also. Inhale. And exhale. Release your feet on the mat. Hug your knees into what I like to call the depressive pose. So just a little self-love, inner reflection. Inhale. And exhale. One more inhale. Feeling the stretch in the upper spine. And exhale. Lift your head up. Let's do it again. So, hand behind the knees, lift your feet off the mat. Option 1, option 2, or option 3. Maybe push yourself this time. Whatever you're doing, make sure your spine is long, gaze is up, chest is open. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more inhale. And exhale. This time, wherever you are, drop to a low bow, head still up, chest up, come up to high bow. Exhale, drop, inhale up. One more time, drop and hold, inhale, and exhale completely. Good job. Now tuck your knees into your chest, roll from side to side, that was amazing. Inhale. And now bring your knees back to center. Bring your feet onto the mat. Make sure you can tuck your ankles in. Both feet are facing forward. Knees are parallel. And then we're going to come into bridge pose. So, feet rigid on the mat. And then slowly tuck your tailbone in and lift your hips up. You can stay here or interlace your fingers under your back, and it allows you to push your hips even further. Chin's tucked into the chest. And take 2 deep breaths here. Inhale. And exhale. One more inhale. And exhale. Release your hands. Release your butt on the mat. And then just hug your knees into your chest, rock from side to side. Before we do this again. So this time we have 2 options here. You can come into bridge pose with the hands down. You can come in with the interlaced fingers, or you can try full wheel. Full wheel, you basically will put your hands like this, introverted, so your fingers are facing the same way as your feet. Keep your elbows in together, your feet are rigid on the mat, same as bridge pose, just with the extra top body. You kind of turn your head under, so the top of your head is on the mat, and then lift up. So, that's before. Feel the back of your ankles. Feet are rigid on the mat, no feet going crazy here. Tuck your tailbone in, lift up, option 1. Option 2, tuck your shoulders together, and then hands interlaced. And option 3, full wheel. Stay here for 2 breaths. Inhale and exhale. One more inhale and exhale. Tuck your chin into your chest and slowly come back down onto the mat. Tuck your knees into your chest. Rock from side to side. Before we slow down here, you've done a really great job today. Some of the exercises I put in there, I was shaking, so well done. Okay, now bring your legs up into the air and cross your right leg over your left, either once like this, or maybe twice, tucking the foot around the left leg. Bend the knees at a 90-degree angle, and then maybe scoot your body a little bit more towards the right, arms out at T-shape, and drop your knees over to this side, gaze over to the right. Take a few deep breaths here in this beautiful twist. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more inhale, enjoy it. And exhale. Inhale, use your core that you've cultivated this class. Lift your legs back up. Then both legs parallel. And let's do the other side. So the left leg tucks under the right once or twice. Bend your knees. Maybe lift your butt up and scooch over a little bit more to the left. And then drop your knees to the left. Feel the stretch in your back. Stretching out your core. Twisting. Bringing new energy to your spine and your entire body. Inhale. And exhale. One more inhale. And exhale. Inhale, bring your knees back up, legs straight, and then bring them towards your chest. Just hug them one more time before we come into a few moments of Shavasana, the final relaxation. So maybe tuck your nose into your knees, hug here. Give one last final hug to your body, saying thank you for the practice. And exhale, release fully. Legs open, feet falling to each side. Palms facing up the way, shoulders open. A few deep breaths here. Inhale, fill your body up with all the energy. And sigh it out through your mouth. 2 more times like this. Inhale, new energy. And exhale all the waste and the toxins that we don't need. This time, inhale. And exhale everything you don't need for the rest of the day, the rest of the week. Slowly come back to your normal breath. Breathing here. Feeling stillness in your body. After all that heat and all that hard work you put in on the mat, allow your body to just be. Completely rest. Focus on your breath. Don't change it. Just focus on your breath. See if it's maybe slightly deeper than before you started this class. Or maybe it's slower after your body's worked so hard and it's relaxing with you. Let your forehead completely relax. We tend to keep a lot of stress in our heads, in our neck and our jaw. Tense up with every day. Just let it go. Feel all tension come away from your eyebrows and your eyes and the eye sockets. Feel your cheeks completely relax. Feel each side of your jaw let go. Tongue drop from the top of the mouth. Feel your chest open and proud, lying on the mat, on the floor, maybe on the beach if you're lucky, wherever you are. Feel your arms resting on the mat, your palms open. Feel your chest and your torso heavy and supported by the ground below you. Feel your pelvis, your sacrum, your seat bones, just lying here open, relaxed, getting some rest from sitting in a chair. And feel your legs relaxed from tip to toe, all 10 toes, your ankles, completely let go. And for the next few moments here, just enjoy having time to just be you, alone on the mat. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. It's complete freedom. Slowly start to bring awareness back to the breath. Wiggle your toes and your fingers. Bring some movement back into the body. Maybe shake your head, no. Maybe turn your wrist and your ankle. I hear a few cracks here, there you go. The other way. And then bring your arms up above your head and stretch your entire body, tip to toe as if you're waking up for the first time. Slowly bend your knees in towards your chest and roll over to one side. Take one moment here just to leave behind you everything you don't need for the rest of your day. And with that, slowly press yourself up, keep your eyes closed, and find your way to a comfortable seated position on the mat, legs crossed, wherever feels good for you. No need to hold a certain posture or anything now, just sit, eyes closed, taking in all the benefits of the practice, maybe a still mind, maybe a warm body, maybe a tight core, some abs, whatever it is. Just take a moment to be grateful that you gave yourself this opportunity today to show up for yourself. So bring the hands at prayer towards your heart. If this feels weird for you, maybe start doing it. It actually feels quite good after a while. And then you know why you're doing it. And drop your chin towards your chest. Feeling the stretch along the back of your neck. And namaste. Open your eyes. So thank you so much for joining me in this class. I hope you feel good, strong, powerful, bikini ready. And yeah, have a lovely day. And thank you for joining me again.